Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We're going to talk about things that you should be telling your coach that you may not think are important, specifically in terms of life change that you just don't think is related to your performance. It may be, not in the normal flow of conversation. And Adam, you had mentioned on your list of notes changes of medication. So like, hey, I changed this medication. I didn't think it would have an impact. But there are. I mean, it could be, somebody specifically has a high blood pressure medication, or maybe they're changing their level of a thyroid medication, or we talked last time about contraception. So I would certainly agree with you. But are there other specific medications that you see have more of an impact on somebody's progress?
I think for me, I've had a few clients come off of antidepressants, and those have made them extremely hungry during that time. So I've definitely had to really listen and sometimes bring intake up a little bit just to help them get over that hump. It's usually not so much during the tapering phases, but when they actually do take that jump from, let's say, 2.5 milligrams to none, that tends to be really difficult on them. So now knowing that, I can kind of prepare for future clients with that. So that's been one of the biggest ones I think I've seen, is that. And sometimes going off birth control, I think, can send some women into some hormonal swings that can be difficult. And again, just like with PMS symptoms, you see those hunger levels rise, and we can manage that as long as the timing's okay.
And this makes me think of what a great opportunity this is to just simply even improve your communication with a coach. And if you're a coach listening to this, I talk to our Diet Doc program owners all the time and say, look, you're not a physician. You're not supposed to know every medication and the effects. And if somebody starts relying on you as if they think you do, then you're in a very dangerous place. So, it's important for you as a client to discuss these changes. And then hopefully your coach would say, well, let me read a little bit about this, but, I'm not a physician. And so, I know that you're doing this with your primary care doctor. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna check and see if there's anything that I need to know about related to your nutrition. But at least having that back and forth is very helpful to hopefully, help sort out some things that could be potential conflicts.
Absolutely. Recently too, I had a client who switched jobs, who basically, she wakes up way earlier. So her weight has been notoriously up every morning. And it's just because she's going to bed at the same time she was prior also. So this is important to know. It kind of avoids, maybe a macro decrease or going through a bunch of daily logs just to find out, oh, my schedule's changed. So those can make a significant impact as well.
Yeah, any change of lifestyle like that is something to let somebody know about in terms of how it could be affecting your progress, your data. You brought up, sleep, which is huge. I think of things even like travel, hey, by the way, I was on the road this weekend, and so I didn't have my normal kind of flow of food sources. It could be that, we moved this week, and so I probably walked 80,000 steps every day carrying couches and chairs. But, there are just so many things that are, in the routine of life that you may not be discussing with your coach, and they can have impact. And maybe your coach really wants to make a couple changes just to help advise you through those points.
Right. Absolutely.
So I would just remind you guys that anything like this, if you don't have a coach that's very communicative, maybe it's your chance to slowly open some doors that are not currently open in terms of communication flow, and make sure that you're getting the most that you can. Make sure that coach has the opportunity to really know what's happening in your life. Not every coach is as personable as they could be, but hopefully if you're moving in that direction, at least you're giving them more objective information so they can even be a better coach for you.
Yeah, I have a really open door policy with my clients, so I really want them to tell me more of those things. And the more they tell me, just the more I feel like I'm helping them through their journey, which is super rewarding.
Absolutely. That's hopefully what it's all about. So have high standards for your coaches, guys. And speaking of high standards, stay with us the next episode or two, we're going to wrap up this series on what you should be talking to your coach about. So we will see you next time in Contest Prep University.